Hi everybody, it's Joey and I'm here to do my first ever book review. And I'm going to compare the movie and everything of Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which is called the book, and then Love, Simon, which is the movie. I did order food. I ordered Five Guys, so I ordered 2 hot dogs and French fries, so that's going to be my 4th of July barbecue type of style mukbang, which I am going to film after this. So, let's get into it. So here is the book. So again, the book came out, I think, in 2014 or 2015. I'm going to double check while I talk about it right now. So this is actually... Okay, so personally, just talking about it, just before I even talk about the book or anything, I don't like reading. It's just not my thing. Some people love it. I remember my grandma had like 1,000 books in her house when I used to live with her. Like, she had over 1,000 books. Like, she collected books like I collected VHS tapes. Or, like, makeup. Like, I'm telling you, like, she friggin... Okay, so it was published April 7th, 2015. So, April 7th, 2015. So, that's when it was published. The movie came out in the beginning of 2018, if I remember correctly. So, I actually watched the movie first. So, the people who read the book first and then watched the movie probably knew what was going on and had, like, an idea. Even though the movie and the book, I can tell you right now, spoiler alert, they're very different. I mean, they're similar, of course, but they're also very different. So, I didn't even know there was a book. So, I watched the movie just because it sounded interesting. It was about a gay guy, you know, who's in the closet or whatever. So, I was, like, interested in it. So, I did watch the movie before I ever even knew there was a book. So with that being said, I decided to buy the book recently. My friend was the one who recommended it, and she was like, "This book is amazing. You have to read it. You have to. Like, if you love the movie." I was talking to her about Love, Victor, which is the spin-off show, which really has nothing to do with the book or the movie. It's its own, like, show. It's a little bit similar, but it's really different. I was just telling her about the show, new show on Hulu, and she's like, "You gotta read the book. Like, it's so good." So I wrote down 15 major differences. Now, there's a few differences in the book from the movie, but I wrote down 15 major differences from the book than the movie. There's 15 really big differences that I've noticed while reading it. I couldn't stop reading it. It was 35 chapters, over 300 pages long, and it's like, I got the hardcover one, which is a little bit more money, but it's like one of my favorite. It's the author is Becky Albertalli. I guess she's Italian. But she did that, girl. She did that. I mean, this book is fabulous. So every other chapter is him writing to Blue in the book. Every other chapter is him writing to Blue, emailing him. So if you don't know what it is, the book and the movie pretty much is about a kid who's in the closet named Simon, and he is just trying to figure out who he is and trying to figure out when to come out, and he starts messaging this guy or emailing this guy named Blue. He goes by Blue, and he's secretly gay too, and they start emailing each other about, you know, coming out, and they are interested in each other and they want to meet each other, but they are just emailing each other for the time being. And a classmate named Martin is blackmailing Simon because he found Simon's email, so he found out that he was gay, and so he's blackmailing him, basically wanting him to try to get with his friend, and then he won't leak the emails. Anyways, so let me just talk about the 15 major differences. First of all, just talking to you, I don't know if I like the book or the movie more. I love them both so much. They're different in their own ways, and I love them both so much. Normally, if you would ask me, oh, what do you like more, the book or the movie, I would say the movie. I just love visuals. I just love them. But the book was so good, and then since I did see the movie first, when I was reading the book, of course, I was thinking about the girl from 13 Reasons Why who played Leah, and I was thinking about her as Leah the whole time, and then I was thinking about the actor from Simon, from this Love, Simon movie. I was thinking about him as Simon the whole time. So I really put the face to the character. Except for, I think it was Nick in the book. He's actually white, I think, in the book, but in the movie he plays like a mixed teen. Anyways, So the 15 major differences that I've noticed. The first one being, the book starts off with Martin blackmailing Simon. That's the first chapter. Literally the first few words of the fucking book is him blackmailing Simon. In the movie, he doesn't stop blackmailing Simon until, I think, 15 to 20 minutes in. I think. I'm not 100% certain. But in the book, it's literally the first fucking page. It's him blackmailing him. He's found the emails and he's blackmailing him. So that's the one big difference that I noticed. That the movie starts off with very different than the book. And then the movie starts off very different than the book. The book starts off with Martin blackmailing Simon. The movie starts off with just Simon going to school, blah, 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 emailing Blue, blah, 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 and then eventually Martin blackmails Simon. So that was a big difference for me. The second big difference was Leah was secretly interested in Simon in the movie. But in the book, Leah had a thing for Nick, which was their other friend. So Leah was weird towards Abby, which is another friend that's in the book, in the movie and the book. Abby and Nick like each other, which is both in the book and in the movie. But Leah likes Nick in the book, but in the movie she doesn't like Nick. She secretly likes Simon. So that's the other big difference. Another big difference is Leah and Abby has a lot of tension in the book, but in the movie they're very friendly and they're friends. But in the book they're just very weird towards each other. And Leah has this. She just doesn't like Abby because she knows Abby has a thing for Nick and Nick has a thing for Abby, and so the whole it's awkward. Third big thing is, and this is a major thing, and I actually was doing a double take. I was like, wait a second. There's a sister. Simon has a second sister. So he has a sister named Nora, which is in the movie too. But in the book, he has another sister named Alice. And I was kind of weirded out by that. I'm like, wait, Alice? Who's Alice? So in the book, he has his older sister Alice, who is away in college, and she only visits for the holidays. In the movie, there's no Alice. There's no second. It was just him and Nora. So that was a really big difference. I was like, wow, they completely cut out character from the movie, from the book. They completely cut out the character, completely. The fourth big difference is Nora loves cooking in the movie, but in the book, there's no mention of her cooking at all. She loves the guitar. In fact, Nick teaches her how to play the guitar. So she's into instruments in the book. But in the movie, she loves cooking. So I also thought that was a big difference. The fifth big difference is Simon in the movie goes through multiple guesses who Blue is. He thinks this one's blue, that one's blue. He goes through all these guesses, right? But in the book, he doesn't really guess who Blue is. He wants to know who Blue is, but he really doesn't have a clue, and he thinks Cal is for a moment, and then that's really it. He really doesn't have all these suspicions of who's Blue, and then they don't turn out to be Blue. The guy from the Waffle House, the waiter, he's completely not in the book at all. The one who we thought was gay for a moment wasn't in the book at all. So yeah, he goes through a lot more who's gay, who's not, in the movie. But in the book, he's just I want to know who Blue is, and he doesn't know who Blue is, and he thinks it's Cal, and that's really it. So sixth big thing is Cal is bi in the book. So the guy who plays Cal in the movie is the one from 13 Reasons Why who plays Alex in 13 Reasons Why. He plays Cal in the movie. Now, in the movie, Simon did think Blue was Cal for a moment, but in the book, Cal does admit that he is actually bi, and he does ask Simon out on a date. In the movie, Cal completely is no, I'm straight, whatever. Or he doesn't even say he's straight, he just says, I'm not Blue, I don't know who you're talking about. So that's also a big difference that I noticed. The seventh big difference is, so in the movie, Martin does this whole thing in the front of the football game or whatever. He does this whole damn thing, this whole speech confessing his love to Abby. In the book, that doesn't happen at all. In the book, he doesn't even tell Abby he likes her at all. He hints to it, but he doesn't actually tell her that he likes her. Okay, and the eighth big thing is that Martin reveals Simon's emails because he embarrasses himself at the football game, confessing his love to Abby. But in the book, the reason why he reveals Simon's emails is because Abby and Simon were cozying up to each other, and Martin saw that and got jealous, and he leaked Simon's email. So, I kind of prefer the way they did it in the movie, actually, better. I kind of like the way that he kind of embarrassed himself, so he wanted to embarrass Simon and leak his emails and take the attention off of him. So, I actually liked the spin they did on the movie better, but it was okay in the book. Like, I liked the way, but then it didn't make much sense, because Martin knows Simon's gay. So why did he get jealous that they were flirting? I don't know. Anyways, or what he perceives to be flirting. Okay, so the ninth big difference is, in the movie there's this gay kid. There's one outed gay kid in the school that's already openly outed. He's openly gay. And I actually love his character. He's really, really funny in the movie. But in the book, he doesn't exist. There's no outed gay kid in the book. He doesn't exist in the book. So they completely made up a new character for the movie. But I love his character. I was so happy they had him in the movie, so I'm glad that they made that new character in the movie. The 10th big difference is, after Simon comes out to his parents, he has an individual heart-to-heart with his father and mother in the movie. Like, they're individual. But in the book, he has the heart-to-heart with them together. So he sits down with both his parents together and has a heart-to-heart with them. In the movie, he does it separately. Okay, so the 11th big difference is the ending. In the movie, it ends with them in the car. It ends with Simon and Bram, who turns out to be Blue. It ends with them in the car with Leah and the friends. It ends with them in the car driving to school. In the book, it ends very differently. It ends with Bram and Simon at Simon's house. They almost have sex. They make out or whatever. They almost have sex. And then the parents come home and they pretend that they're studying and they're doing homework. So it's very different in the book. They kind of open-ended in the book. It's kind of weird, the ending. Like, the last few words are like, I know my parents are going to ask me, actually, I'll just read it to you. It's an open ending, which I don't really appreciate, because an open ending, they should have a second book then. But they don't. Okay. So they say, I can tell from the expression that a conversation is coming. He's talking about his parents, walking in on him and Bram doing homework. Some kind of awkward discussion about ground rules, some kind of big deal. But maybe this is a big deal. Maybe it's a holy friggin' huge awesome deal. Maybe I want it to be. And then that's it, it ends. I thought that was a weird ending, but whatever. But I still liked it, but I'm just saying it ended very differently than the movie. Okay, so the 12th big difference is Nick never has a problem with Simon in the book. In the movie, he has a huge problem that Simon was going behind their back trying to get Abby to hook up with Martin and whatever. But in the book, he doesn't have a problem with it. He doesn't even, I don't even think he even knows about it in the book. But in the movie, he has a problem with it, and he kind of has an argument with Simon along with Leah and Abby. When they all find out that Simon was secretly trying to get Abby and Martin to hook up because Martin was blackmailing him. The 13th big difference is, in the movie, Simon and Bram meet on Ferris wheel. In the book, they meet on the tilt-a-wheel, which I don't know what a tilt-a-wheel is, actually. I really don't know what that ride is. But they don't meet on the Ferris wheel. They meet on the tilt-a-wheel. So that's also a big difference that I noticed. The 14th big difference is Simon announces, I don't know if it's on Tumblr or whatever, that he's going to meet Blue at the amusement park or the carnival. So everyone gathers around and waits for Simon to meet up with Blue on the Ferris wheel. In the book, he doesn't tell anyone about it. He doesn't even tell anyone about it. He basically just emails Blue saying, meet me at the carnival at this time, and I want to meet you finally. And that was that. No one sees it happen. No one, the friends don't know about it. He keeps it basically a secret. The 15th big thing is Blue gives Simon a t-shirt of a band in the book, but in the movie he doesn't give Simon anything. He just whatever. He doesn't give whatever. He doesn't, I don't know, but in the book he does give Simon a t-shirt, like as a gift or something, before they even meet. So that's another big difference. So yeah, those are the 15 big differences from the book and the movie. I love the book. I think this book is an amazing book. I'm glad they made it into a movie. I hope they make sequels, honestly. I really do. But this is an amazing book. I hope they make, I'm glad they have Love Victor now, and I hope they keep doing Love Victor. But the book and the movie are just so good. I don't know why. They were going to name the movie, I heard that they were going to name the movie Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda like they did with the book, but they decided on just Love Simon for the movie. I don't know why they did that, but they decided they just wanted to shorten the title to Love Simon for the movie. Now, yeah, so this is a winner of an American Library Association. They won an award for this. She won an award for this book. So yeah, it was a really good book. There's some, in the back of the book, there is some quotes, some like reviews. I'm so in love with this book, one of them says. Another one says, Becky has written the best kind of love story, the kind in which you fall in love with characters as they fall in love with each other, the kind of story that even after it ends, you carry the characters with you to in love to let them go. Another one is, are we absolutely certain that Becky didn't just steal the diary of a hilariously observant teenage boy? Simon versus the Homo Sapiens is a pitch-perfect triumph of wit and word play that feels timelessly, effortlessly now. So yeah, those are book reviews on the book. So yeah, they have that in the back. They have a picture of Becky right here, and the inside of the cover. They have just a summary of what the book's about here, and of course the front is just him in front. So yeah, it's a great book. Hope you guys enjoyed my book review and my comparison from the book to the movie. But everything else that happened in the movie happened in the book, like everything else. Those are just, there were some other little differences, but nothing major from other than what I said just now. So, but yeah, there is a lot of similarities. It's they made the movie a lot differently though. They did. The movie was very different. So if you think the book is going to be just like the movie, it's not, as I just told you. So you can definitely see the movie and read the book and not be spoiled from the movie or whatever. You can definitely separate the two. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm going to film mukbang. I'm going to upload this to my laptop in the back of me. And then I'm going to film the mukbang. I'm going to talk about a lot of shit in my mukbang. A lot of shit in my mukbang. So get ready for that one. It's going to be a doozy. Alright, I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.